PreSeason. This is the first season of the league, so here we're going to start off with doing interviews for the owners. So I'm going to start off with Calgary and their owner, Mutaka. Mutaka, how you doing, bud?
All right, it's actually the Mutaka, but
The Mutaka, yeah.
yes.
Perfect. All right. So how was the beginning of the season started off for you so far, like player-wise?
We've had a lot of turnover.
Oh, perfect.
Just a few people working their way in, working their way out. A couple of people demonstrating lack of social skills, and all that fun stuff. But other than that, I think we had a good week to play together, and we just have to, rebuild all that shit that got torn down the other day. Shouldn't take very long.
Perfect. So your games tonight, who do you guys play tonight?
Florida and Montreal.
Florida and Montreal. Montreal being the number 2 team on the power rankings that came out. How do you think you're going to fare against them?
I feel like I'm going to get hit in the face with a lot of pucks as I'll be goaltending that game, but I think we'll do okay. I've got a couple of guys that are our first liners. We're going to throw them out there, see how they do. But, they've been playing well together. They've been playing well together a lot, so it's definitely going to be a challenge, but I think we'll be all right.
Perfect.
It'll be a close game.
All right, so how do you feel about the TC being removed? So pretty much you're just going to have a full roster.
Well, it limits what we can do functionally by, stashing somebody down there, or maybe bringing somebody up later along the line, and it gives everybody an opportunity to play. So I'm actually for that. But I would have liked to have that option of a realistic type league situation where you can put somebody down or bring somebody up and just stash players away. I really would have liked to put fucking John Cook on there just to see what would happen.
Okay, perfect. So out of the 80 game season, how many games do you think you're going to end up? Like, what do you think your record's going to be?
55 plus, maybe 60. I don't know. It's going to be tough.
55 plus, maybe 60?
55 plus, maybe 60, yeah.
Perfect.
I think we have a solid.
Perfect. Alright. I think that's all the questions I have for you, so you are good. Next person I'm going to be talking to is the Detroit Red Wings owner, Jess, B.A. Jess. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad today, how are you?
Good. Alright, so as most of the people know that have watched the other video we had, we've already kind of done an interview with Jess. He kind of gave us a rundown on who he thinks the sleeper picks are and a bunch of stuff like that. So, who do you guys play today?
We got Montreal in the game at 8 Eastern, and then Pittsburgh after that.
Okay, so how do you think, at least today, what do you think your record after today is going to be?
I think we're going to go 2-0. I think we got a solid team built right now.
Okay.
And I think we just got to get them past Alex, and I think we're gonna dominate both games eventually.
Perfect. Alright, so the season consists of 80 games. With that long of a season, do you think that that's going to have an effect on how your players kind of feel about the whole season? Like, do you think they're going to like that there's 80 games, or do you think they're going to think it's too much?
I've had a few of my guys already say that they're down to play every single game if needed, and so I think that everybody is ready to go for the entire 80 games.
Perfect. Alright, so what do you think your record's going to be?
I'd say we're going to make the playoffs. I don't know what the final record will be like, but I'd say we'll make playoffs this year.
Making playoffs? Perfect. So that's an easy objective to hit. That's awesome. Not trying to get too ahead of yourself. That's good. Alright. Thank you for your time. The next person I'm going to talk to is actually the GM of Florida, Mr. Night Ember. Night, how you doing, buddy?
Losing A.
Perfect. So I know that I think you just got put into the GM spot, correct? Like a few days ago. So, yeah. So, how do you feel about your team in its entirety, coming from a player aspect to a management aspect?
Securing Charlie. We control the battle. Enemy personal radar online.
Perfect. So you guys are focusing more on the chemistry aspect, less on the actual like. Got it. All right. So being a player first, do you think that the owner that you have now is gonna make a huge difference when it comes to season games?
We've got support helo inbound. They're taking Bravo. We have the advantage.
Okay. So you guys today, you play. What team do you play today?
Friendly precision.
Okay, so your first games are against top 4 teams for the power rankings. Do you think that that's going to be a really difficult challenge for you guys? No?
Take cover.
Perfect. Alright, so 80 game season. I have to ask everyone this. What do you think your record's going to be over the season? Yep, okay, so around that 50-60 range for wins. Okay, alright, perfect. Alright, so the next person I'm going to talk to is actually the GM of Minnesota as well, Mr. Sadtech. How you doing, buddy? Sad. You alive?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Alright, have you been the GM there the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you feel the team got belled through the draft? Do you think that it went very well for the draft for you guys?
So far, yeah, we're having a little problems turning over the puck.
Okay, so you guys are dealing with turnover issues. How do you think your defensive-wise build-up is going so far?
So far it's been pretty good.
That's good. Is there anything that you are worried about for this season, player-wise? Do you feel like you don't have the adequate enough players to really have a good chemistry, or is there anything like that going on?
To be honest, I've been busy with LG and VG for this last week, so I haven't really been around much.
Okay.
For the last couple days. But, other than that, no.
Okay. Do you think there'll be any problems? I know that you guys have guys that aren't exactly one league players. Do you think there'll be a huge issue with scheduling on that point?
Probably.
Probably.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay,
probably for the first couple weeks until at least the LG playoffs are done.
Okay,
but
perfect.
After that, hopefully it'll get better.
Alright, so the 80 game season, how many wins do you guys think you guys are going to take home this year?
I'd say 45-50.
45-50? Okay, so shooting for that 50 mark. I think everyone so far has said right around that 50 mark. So, alright, thank you. Alright, so the next person I'm going to talk to, I don't know which one of them I'm going to talk to. I have both management from Montreal. I don't know if it's going to be Alex or Mueller. Is it going to be Alex that's talking?
I'll talk, yeah.
Perfect. So Alex the Animal is actually the starting goaltender for Montreal, and this kid's a stud. Like, I honestly think that the owning core. I think there's 2 owners that play goaltender, 2 or 3, and I think that this season for goaltending is going to be awesome. Alex, what do you think your competition is for goaltending wise?
Goaltending, I don't know. I mean, you're pretty good at goalies, so I have to give you that. You're probably one of my toughest competitors, but if I'm on my game, I don't think anybody's better than me. So, but we'll see.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of guys in. I think there's a lot of guys in here that are good at goalie and they can hold their own. But I think with our team, it's tough to put up a shutout against us.
Fair enough. All right. So with the season coming up, you guys were number 2 on the power rankings. Do you think that was kind of a low shot, or do you think that was right in a good area to where you guys don't get looked at too heavily?
I don't really pay attention to the power rankings and stuff because we just like to play the games and win. But if you guys can put us at 2, we'll take it, I guess. But we'll be at number 1 by the end of the season, no doubt.
Okay. So with the current roster you guys have, I know that you guys are, at least every time that I've played you guys have been putting up, I want to say it's a 30-shot average, roughly.
Yeah.
Every single game. So do you think that high-power offense is going to be the reason you guys are so successful?
I honestly think it's going to be our defense. I think we have a stellar defense. We got 2 guys back there that can. They have some penalty issues, but we'll get that figured out by the end of the year. But those 2 guys, if they play well, and they lock it down for us, and they limit the other team sometimes. We'll play games where the other team has like 6 shots at the end of the period. Don't do anything, and then their forecheck is amazing. I think honestly everything else except for our offense is good and we'll score, but it's our forecheck and our defense that do the little things right, and we get pucks in deep and we just make magic happen out there.
Perfect. All right. So what do you guys think your record's going to be? 80 win or 80 game season. How many do you guys think you're going to win? You don't know?
I'd say somewhere between 65. It's like 60 to 65. We'll be around there.
60, 65?
We'll lose games. We're not going to be perfect. We'll lose games, but we're not losing too many.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. All right, the next person I'm going to talk to is actually the newly appointed GM of Pittsburgh, Mr. Bruins. How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Hello, Bruins.
What's going on?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Oh, not bad.
Not bad. So how are you feeling right now, dude? Newly appointed GM. Newly appointed GM, you're kind of getting thrown into a mix that not a lot of people are wanting to be involved in. So how do you feel it's going so far?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. I think we've got a good team.
Yeah. Do you think you guys are going to succeed a lot?
Oh, I'd like to think so. We've got some firepower. We're deadly, I think.
Perfect. All right. Is there anything that people need to know about, like, your team and how you guys are gonna, how you think you're gonna do at least?
Well, I can't give out too many secrets, but you got to be tight on defense if you're gonna play against us.
Okay, so a high-powered offense. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, but I can't give out too many secrets on how to play us.
Oh, agreed. Alright, so, newly appointed, you have, I think you've only been GM for how long, a week? And that was because...
I've been GM for about 4 days, yep.
Yeah, and I think your last management fell apart, right? Like it just kind of flopped.
Our last GM was a bit of an idiot, and he was starting unwanted drama, so I think he got banned for that reason.
Perfect.
Alright.
Alright, so your guys' record, what do you guys think you're gonna have for like a record out of 80 games? How many wins do you think you'll hate? Yeah.
I don't know. We've got a good team. I'd like to go 80-0, to be honest with you.
80-0.
I'd like to. We're gonna make some mistakes, but I don't think there'll be way too many game-costing mistakes, to be honest with you. Like we've got some really good players that kind of, I don't know, somehow didn't get picked. they got overlooked and we picked a solid team right the whole way through.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Oh yeah, we've got
All right.
firepower, man.
Thank you very much. All right, and the next person I'm going to talk to is the owner of the Seattle Kraken, Mr. Young Gun himself. How you doing?
I'm alright, shitter, how are you?
Hey, easy on YouTube. All right, so for people who don't know, you're kind of starting like a family thing going on freaking in Seattle, ain't that true?
Sure.
Sure?
You get one of us, you get all of us, buddy.
One of us, all of us, perfect. How do you feel about Toronto stealing away one of the family members?
Oh yeah, at that time, you know, I wanted to slap him, but, you know, at the end of the day, I got something better, so.
Okay, perfect. So with the core that you guys have, oh god, I don't even know how many goaltenders you guys have. I want to say is it 6?
I think so.
6 goaltenders. So, do you think there's gonna be a time when you guys forfeit it all this year?
Forfeit? Nah.
So, based on your team construction, what do you think your strongest point's gonna be?
Definitely, not communication, but, probably our defense, honestly.
Okay.
We have really solid defense at the line, we have a couple of LG people on the line for us, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, perfect. So, what do you think your record's gonna be?
You know, I'm gonna set the bar low here, and I'm gonna go at least, like, 40 wins.
40 wins, so you're looking for that 50%
We're
mark?
going even. Yeah, we're going even, at least.
Perfect. Alright. Thank you for talking. Our next person is actually the league commissioner as well. Mr. Sparks, how you doing, buddy?
Doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing good. So, your team kind of got constructed rather good for your draft. You guys kind of made out like bandits in the draft. Tell me how you're feeling about your whole roster setup, essentially.
Well, I mean, really, I think we're going to be a pretty good team. I think we got ranked pretty low in the power rankings. I mean, I honestly don't know how I got some of the people in the 6th and 7th round picks. They were the actual really good players, and I got them in the late draft, so overall I think we got a good team.
Perfect. Alright, so far, this is the first year of the league. How do you think it's going so far from a commissioner standpoint?
I mean, our ban list definitely isn't short, but...
The ban list definitely isn't short, that's for sure. How many bans do you think there have been so far in this league?
I could check the actual number, but I'd say it's gotta be like 20 something. Oh no, it's way more, like 30, maybe 40.
30, maybe 40. Yeah, I know that it's been hitting a decent amount. We've had a lot of players come in that have been banned from a lot of other leagues. How do you think we're gonna battle that the rest of the year with how people are coming into the league and kind of starting stuff? Are we gonna just keep doing suspensions and bans and hope it figures itself out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay,
I mean,
perfect.
the simple thing is, what am I trying to say here? If you don't give them bad enough punishments, they're just gonna keep doing it because they can get away with it.
Okay. Next question. With the amount of games in the season, were you afraid that it wasn't gonna work out this season, or were you pretty confident in it?
I was pretty confident in it. I think we got solid management group.
Perfect.
We've got plenty of CTCs, so if one team, like in the event that we did have a team fold or something like that, we could bring the most recent assigned from every team and put them all on, because we have a ton of emergency owners too, so we're ready for pretty much anything like that.
Okay, perfect. So how do you think you're gonna do this season, right? Like, God, I can't even think right now. You're, God, how many games do you think you're gonna win? There we go. Let's make it easy so we don't have to think of names.
I mean, like I said, we got a good squad here. I don't think we're gonna be like the top team, but I think we're going to be one of them. So I'd say around 60.
60. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Thank you. I only have 2 more people to talk to, so from Vancouver Canucks, the owner, Mr. Dark Shadow, I think we've already had him on for an interview. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, BeRads. How about yourself?
I am doing good. Is there anything that, as an owner standpoint, that you are worried about when it comes to your players?
I got nothing to worry about with my players. We're all on the same page. We've got that firepower. We've got that defense. Our goaltending's great, so I have no complaints with that.
Alright, perfect. So you guys were ranked number 1 in power rankings coming into this week. Do you think you guys are going to hold it after this week? Or do you think that Montreal will take over for it?
It's tough to say. Montreal has given us a couple games trouble when we played against them before the draft happened, and they have a great team. Minnesota also has a great team. Anything could happen. Any team could basically, at the end of the week, become number 1 in a power ranking.
Okay. So with that, you guys got Aho at the head of your guys' offense. Do you think you guys are going to have a very high-powered offense, or are you guys going to rely more on defense?
Well, we are going to rely more on offense, but it's basically both equal. We have, like I said, we have an equal part on our team. Our defense is solid. Our offense is powerhouse. Like you said, we got Aho, we got Josh. They're both in the LG. They both play on the same line together. We've got a couple new guys on our team that I've looked at, and they're pretty good too. So we're looking at putting up massive points this season.
Okay. So how many wins? What do you think your record's going to be next season? Or this season?
I'm honestly going with the 60 to 70 mark.
60, 70 mark? Okay. What teams do you think are going to be your biggest opponents for this season?
For the season, well, basically Calgary, because Calgary's always tripping, and we always trip back. Minnesota. Possibly Seattle, depending. I never played against you guys yet, so I don't know how it is. Definitely Montreal. And possibly Toronto.
Perfect. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, my last person I'm actually going to be talking to is the owner from Washington, Bravon. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, BeRads, how's it going?
Good. So, for everyone who doesn't know, me and Brev have actually known each other for, I think, quite a bit of time. I think it's been since I got my PlayStation.
Yeah.
We've been playing together. So, with this, I believe this is your first time owning, is it not, in any league?
I've owned for a little bit in UE. I helped
UE?
out with Vancouver. They were struggling, but that was short-lived.
Okay. So, with this ownership, do you think you have a better core here than you did in UE?
I do. It feels like some of my players, they're still learning the ropes of how to play competitively, so we're teaching them that right now. We're going through the works.
Got it. So, with your team roster, do you think you're going to be focusing more on defense or more on offense?
My roster, I feel like we're definitely defensive heavy, and we're just working on getting the forwards ready to go, learning how to cycle and putting pucks in the back of the net. So yeah, definitely more defensive heavy.
Perfect. Alright, so with that being said, do you think you guys are going to give up the least amount of goals for this season?
Yeah, you'd love to see it, honestly. I feel like we definitely could go for that. If not, definitely one of the top 3 we scored against. But we're just having issues right now with our actual wingers coming back and helping on defense.
Okay, so you're having more problems with the
forwards, yes.
With the forwards coming back on that defensive spot than the actual defense itself. Perfect. So for people who want to become owners next year, what is your suggestion essentially?
For people that want to become owners next year, it's just first off, if you don't get the team that you want to get, you know, you can't get discouraged and quit out. You know, you just gotta stick with it. And just, you know, it's not like just about owning. It's not just about putting lines together. It's working with the team, being a leader as well.
Okay. So what do you guys think your record's gonna be this year?
Definitely shooting for 500.
You're shooting for 500, so you're shooting for that 40 game mark?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's a good mark to try and hit. And then I think that's it for the big question. I think all owners can answer this, even though some of them left. What do you think the hardest part of so far this season has been?
I'd say just people getting random.
Okay.
Allied airstrike incoming. Beware.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I've noticed so far, the biggest thing, Tropical says that it's drama for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that that's been,
overall,
so far I
down.
think the worst thing that Seattle's had to deal with is we've had players trying to be kind of shitbags on purpose to try and get traded. I think that's a huge thing that we've been dealing with. I've noticed that that is a huge issue with having a league. I know that that's been happening a lot lately, especially in the WC, the other league I play in. They have a lot of issues with people doing that, pretty much being shit on purpose so they can get traded to their buddy's team.
Securing Bravo. Allied UAV overhead. Enemy UAV overhead.
Okay, so
It's not helping your chances. It's just the same shit I told my guys.
yeah, the owners.
We're having the same problem.
The owners kind of are the ones that make the big decisions. Players should start letting owners do that.
Yeah. There's what players should do and what players don't. We're getting a healthy dose of all of the above at the moment.
Perfect. That is definitely, see, Gingy just kind of made a very interesting point that people that are purposely being shitbags so that they can get traded is player tampering. Which, that's kind of what's happening with Seattle a little bit. We'll see where that goes with. But yeah, agreed. I think that ego is the big thing that all of us are gonna have to deal with, and it kind of sucks, but it's just the way of the road, I guess. Being a professional player.
I'd settle for, you know, at least mildly knowing what an adult is capable of. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Alright. If nobody has any questions or anything they want to talk about, is there anything that topic-wise anybody wants to talk about before we end this?
I'll ask. How's the racism?
Racism?
Ooh, yeah. Are they keeping it down?
Is everybody keeping that down in their chats? I haven't had that issue.
Yeah, I've got zero racism.
We've had
some
zero.
I've had some like homophobic comments in my chat in games.
Tropic says he's probably the only black person in the league, so
that's false.
That's false.
Retakes those objectives.
Okay, so Tropic says racism has been on his team. He hasn't had to deal with it at all. I know that the big thing that I wanted to kind of talk about was the whole lines things. Are you guys running like full-on lines, or are you guys running like based on availability who plays?
I'll start. I actually have two proper lines set up. We got our top line and our second line.
Okay.
Like we have our first forward line and second. That's what we're doing right now.
That's pretty much how I set mine up as well.
Allied UAV overhead. Securing Bravo. Assist your team at Charlie. We are losing. Retake those points. We captured Alpha. We're taking Bravo. Got Bravo. Enemy cluster strike. Take cover.
Okay, so you're pretty much doing like they play their limit and then got it. Perfect. Alright, is there anything else that anybody else would like to discuss? No? Alright, perfect. I want to appreciate all you guys for coming out and doing this. It's awesome to see everybody here. So, until next time, VPHL is gone, out of here, home run, dinger dinger. Make sure you guys